Dear members of OSCE PA, dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a true honor for me to stand here today and say thank you to all of you for the support I got when I was elected as president the first time, the second time, and I have felt it during my whole presidency. Thank you. But I would also like to say thank you to those colleagues who have left their positions in the Bureau. Let me start to say thank you to Vice President Mr. Askar Shakirov from Kazakhstan, also Special Representative of SDG. I must say I have really appreciated to work together with Mr. Askar Shakirov. He is an experienced politician, he is a former minister, he is a former diplomat. It has been a true honor to learn to know more about Kazakhstan and how to work further on. I would also like to say thank you to Vice President Pascal Alissard, whose mandate has run out. Vice President Pascal Alissard is from France. He has been chair of the Mediterranean Forum. He is chair of the Committee on Rules of Procedure. He is a man of honor. He has always stand up for our values, always ready to stand up for democracy, for us as parliamentarians. I think he is really a person that we owe a thank you. I would like to say thank you to Vice President Michael Link, who is not either running for re-election. Michael Link is from Germany. He has been head of ODIHR. He knows OSCE out and in, the governmental side, the parliamentarian side. It has been a true honor to work together with him and learn from him and his perspective in a broad view. But I would also like to say thank you to Mr. Nicholas Samkarache from Georgia, who have been chairperson of the third committee. It's not an easy task, but you have done it with bravura. Thank you for this. And I would like to say thank you to Ms. Farah Karimi. I don't know if she is elected as treasurer or not, but I know that she ended her period as deputy chair of the third committee. And you have also been special representative on youth. Thank you for your engagement. It has really been wonderful because you are always positive, always full with ideas. Thank you. But I would also like to say thank you to our treasurer, Peter Juel Jensen. He is a man of honor. I can tell you, he has worked so hard to get the parliamentarians' view in the budget. And it has been a true pleasure to work with him. And when I say parliamentarian view, he has also worked together with the Secretariat in the most elegant way. And I think he has been a good asset to the Assembly with his work. But let me also thank, here is one man at the podium, Mr. Loïc Paulin, the presidential advisor. I can assure you that he has worked days and nights, and it has been a true pleasure to work together with you. You know the rules, you are firm in your beliefs, and I have mostly listened to you, but you have said that I am very good on changing your speech. But I have tried to follow what you have written and what you suggest, because I know that you have a lot of skills and you know the organization and you are doing a great job. So I can say that the one who will continue after me, if Loïc Paulin continue, will get the best advisor that's possible. But there is one more advisor I would like to thank, And this Mr. Jonathan Demner, you have seen the young man who is going with me almost everywhere. He is presidential advisor from the Swedish Parliament. And I would like to say, thank you, Jonathan, for your energy, always being there. And I would also like to say thank you to the Swedish speaker, because when I was going to ask him, I have been nominated by my party group, can I run for president? And his immediately answer was, go for it. OSCE EPA is important, and it would be an honor for Sweden if you could be elected. So I am very pleased for the Swedish speaker. I think he deserves a thank you. But I would also like to say thank you to my family, because they have stand behind me all the time. And it's very often said, I have heard it so many times, behind every successful man, there is a woman. I must say, behind every successful woman, there is a man. And I'm so grateful for my husband, because, believe it or not, he have always advised me when I am packing my suitcase. He have always advised me what to say and what not to say. But also, I must say, when I'm leaving as president, I look forward to learn to know my 2 grandchildren I have received during my presidency. Let me also say a few words about the political work. It has been a true honor to be in this political assembly with all the knowledge, experience, and will. During my election campaign, both times, I got to, in my campaign, it was to increase, to empower the political side of the Assembly's work. I don't know if I have succeeded or not, but it has been in my will all the time. I did also talk about the democracy. I talked about influence of the whole Assembly, the whole OSCE region. These days, I don't say from one country in Far East. I say Ulaanbaatar to Vancouver. And I think it's important that we work together from the very eastern part to the very western part and the middle, because we are no stronger than the Assembly is as a whole. And I'm so glad that there are delegates from the Central Asian countries who are taking part in the committee work, in the ad hoc committees, who are taking part in the debates, that we have been invited to take part. They have invited us to their countries. And this is something that has to continue. I see it as very important. I would also like to mention there is war in our region. There is, first, when I was elected, the Taliban take over in Afghanistan. They are still there. They are limiting the life of the Afghan people. They are also have an impact, particularly on our member countries in the eastern part. Let's continue to work to support democracy in Afghanistan, but also to support our members who are receiving refugees and have to tackle a difficult geographical situation. Then, I'm sure all of you, just as I, will never forget the 24th of February, when Mikita Potorayev arrived and said, the war has started. The war is still there, but I am grateful that we stand behind Ukraine, and we do so unanimously. We have done it the whole time, from the 24th until now, and it will continue regarding the Vancouver Declaration just adopted. And our support as an assembly and as parliamentarians will be even stronger. But I would like to say, one more thing about this. It's not only, you have heard it before, Ukraine's war. It's our war. We have to continue to support because it's our values. If you remember, Maidan, it was when the Ukrainian people spoke out that they wanted to join European Union. That's when it started. Then it was the illegal occupation of Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk. And we say we didn't know about the war. Who could predict it? I think if we have had open eyes, if we would dare to see that we are people, we are optimistic, human beings to always look forward to something positive, but all the signs were there if we have been open-eyed. The Maidan, illegal annexation of Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk, but also OSCE side, where the missions, SMM, were closed. It was a decision by Russia. You remember when Russia collected the troops around Ukraine, and they said it was just a military training that they were going to remove, to go away. We could see pictures on it. They are there, even more aggressive than before. The signs were there, but we are human beings, and we don't want to face the worst thing, the war. So we are also there now, supporting Ukraine, and we will continue to do so. I am glad for that. Thank you for the decisions. Let me also say that I am very proud of our cooperation with the governmental side. We are here. The SG is not here. Yes. The chairperson in office is not here. But Canada is far away. And we have had a good cooperation. I am so pleased for the cooperation with the Polish chairpersonship. It was excellent. The cooperation with the Swedish chairpersonship, it was excellent. The cooperation with the North Macedonia chairpersonship is excellent. I can tell you that we have done several statements together. It shows a cooperation. There have been an excellent cooperation together with the special representative on human trafficking, Val Ritchie, because there is a need that we continue to work together and use our forces for this. And also Dr. Heidi Frey's cooperation with ODIHR to find the gender audit. There is a lot to continue to build on because the cooperation is there and it should be stronger even. But also as a multilateral organization, I think about the work done by the Ad Hoc Committee on Counterterrorism, working where Reinhard Lopatka is everywhere on the world speaking about our work against terrorism. But also the Ad Hoc Committee on Migration, where Mark Pritchard have done a great job with his contacts with particular European Union and other countries around. And I myself have been traveling around, speaking with other multilateral organizations. I have been invited by United UNDP to Kyrgyzstan to see what we can do together to also get them closer to the Bishkek Academy. I have been at United Nations speaking with the warriors ambassadors and also on the leadership with the Deputy Secretary General. I think there is something to build on because I hope that we can get an observer status as a parliamentarian assembly in the future. And let me say that the work will not end with me. There will be a new elected president. And you, dear colleagues, you are there, and I will continue. My new role is President Emeritus. And I will try to not be the one who is saying it was better when I was president. Instead, be supportive in the background. But thank you once again, and it has been fantastic to get your support. Thank you.